Welcome to Let's Talk About Real Estate, the podcast for real estate agents everywhere. You are now part of a group of real estate agents and entrepreneurs who want to make a difference in their lives. People who are looking for ways to create hacks into the real estate profession in order to make more sales and at the same time have more time off. Agents are realizing that the old ways simply aren't working for them anymore. They are working far too many hours and most don't enjoy a work-life balance. Get ready to explore ways to hack your real estate life. I'm Lisa B. Hi, and today we're going to talk about websites and website hacks. This is how to get your website right the first time. See, so many people do a website and then they have to change because they haven't got it right or they haven't got the basic strategies right. So this is the basic foundation for your personal website. So your website is the foundation for your real estate career. It is actually the foundation on what you're going to build on. It's the control center of your profile. Your website is you. My advice is to have a personally branded website as soon as you can. And what I mean by that is a website in your own personal name. Because your online profile is your online resume. It's what people will search to find out more about you. And let's face it, if somebody is going to list their highest asset with you, they're going to Google you. So what does your Google presence say? What does your profile say? Would you list with you? Would I list with you? What should you have on your personal website? Remember, this website is about you. This is not the company website. This is just your personal website. So the keywords that you use on this website are all about you, real estate, and your local area, basically. So the things that you should have on your website is a page called About Me. So what do people want or need to know about you? Include all of your past experience and achievements. You can also have a video bio if you want one. Use your keywords in your bio. Who are you? What have you done in real estate? Do you have a great story? What can you offer people? Why should someone list with you? Give people an insight into your personality. What do you like to do? What football teams do you follow? What do you love to do? Testimonials. Have testimonials both written and video. So create a page on your website where you can put the embed codes from your videos that you load onto YouTube. You can add testimonials onto that continuously. You can add video ones or just written ones. Also take screenshots of anything people say great about you on your social media. You can also add that on there as well. Blogs, a place where you can talk about real estate in your area or anything to do with your area. As long as it's localized, it's about real estate, or the local area, local people in your community, all that sort of thing. So keep your blogs relevant. So some suggestions you can write about your successes. So as I said, the area that you work in, properties in your area, businesses in your area. You could even do videos or articles of local celebrities, business owners, other related experts. You can do market updates. Then you could do suburb profiles. So have pages on your website where you review and write stories about all the suburbs in your area. Create a link from your home page that people can click on, and this will help you with Google as well. So contact us page, put your name, the company that you work for, have a link to your contact us page on your home page. So on your home page of your website, have a link that goes through the contact us page. Make sure that customers can email you or phone you immediately. Make sure that visitors to your website can call you by pressing your phone number on their mobile phone or send an email by clicking on your email address. Have your phone number on every single page with a clickable link, because you've got to make sure that your phone number is everywhere and it's clickable. It's got to be on the website in the header. Many people search for real estate agents on their smartphones, and if your clients, if they want that number and it's not there or it's too hard to get, they won't ring you. It's got to be accessible, easy, and fast. So make sure that your phone number can be clicked through from a mobile phone. If your phone number forms part of a graphic, users will not be able to click on it and call you. You will then be relying on them to find a pen, find a piece of paper, write down your telephone number, and then dial your number. It's in your best interest to make it easy as you can for them to contact you. You want to cut out any steps you can. If it's too hard to call you, it could stop a potential client calling. With mobile phones being such a big part of our lives now, you need to make sure that you have this functionality. So the other thing you put on your website is social media links. Have links to all of the social media pages you've elected to join. And then you can create an opt-in, and your opt-in might be called something like the 7 things you absolutely must know before you buy or sell in your area. Then once you have all that set up, you can use social media to drive traffic to your site. Some other optional things you can do is podcasts. This is a way to build your credibility fast. Have you written a book? Promote your book. Your website should be about you, but if you want to, you can have your listings. So you can create a link from your website to your current listings for sale. Send people to your real estate website, not a third-party website. Never send traffic to real estate portals ever. You don't need to add properties to your personal site. A link will suffice. This website is about you. You can also direct people to your sold properties. Again, have a link to the properties you've sold and divert it to your real estate agency website, not the real estate portals. So once you've got your website up and running, test your website on different devices. For example, check your website on an iPhone, iPad, PC, Android, and so on. Test it on any devices that you can. Check that the pages look the same everywhere and make sure the content appears correctly. Again, also check that when you land on a website page on your phone, you can click a phone number and the phone number will dial. Test your website in different web browsers. Put your domain name into Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, and Firefox to start with. Mac users, make sure you put the domain name into Safari and make sure it looks okay and it functions properly in all of those browsers. Then install Google Analytics on your website. Then you can see what's happening, what you're getting traction. If you're not getting an inquiry or you are getting inquiry, you're getting people looking. Do not wait until you have your website perfect before you launch it. Put the basics into place and remember that your website is never going to be finished. It's always going to be a work in progress. So, does your website have an offer and a strong call to action? Why should a seller list with you? If they do come to your website, what's going to get them to ring you? When we talk about building a profile using a personal website, ideally I'd recommend for you to have a WordPress.org website. That is, you then convert it to be www.yourname.com.au. With a WordPress.org website, you will own the content and you can customize the site. The only expenses you will have is for your hosting each month. Hosting can be arranged at minimal costs. And there's plenty of other cheap companies as well that can do it for you. If you want a website set up quickly or on a tight budget, you can create one yourself. There are free and there's very cheap options available. But check out WordPress.com, that's free. Advantages of WordPress.org is that you only have to pay for hosting and you own the content. It's easy to use, it's easy to get others to work on the site, it's very flexible. Advantages of WordPress.com, it's free and it's easy to use and you can create it yourself. The disadvantages of that one is that you don't own the site, they do. So with WordPress, you can buy your domain name separately. That is yourname.com.au and use your .com.au domain name as your web address instead of the site names that WordPress.com gives you. That way, later on down the track, you can change the platform of the website and keep the same domain names. Why have your own website? Your personal website should empower you to take control of your profile. Your website is you. It's your personality. It's your resume. It's your life. It's there for you to add on and keep. But let's just think about Google for a minute. Google algorithms check who you are, your credibility. They check out even who you hang out with online. Point everything back to your base pages for your online credibility. You should treat your website how a tradesman should treat their toolbox. Your website is your toolbox in that you sharpen it, improve it, and add to it always. From your website, you will build a list of people that you can market to. Your website will show potential customers who you are and what you stand for. Having control of your website needs to give you the freedom to make changes yourself and add any content to the site. The website must be flexible in design. So I'll just go through some more tips. So do you show on your website that you're the expert in your area? Do you have clear positioning? If I was to look at your website now, what would lead me to think that you were the expert? Do you actively market and promote your website? Where? Always promote your website. Don't promote real estate portals. They don't need your help. Are you using any form of pay-per-click? If you're not on page 1 of Google, you should look at doing this now. Always have a budget. Do you have strategies to get on page 1 of Google? Have a plan and work the plan. You can offer more than one opt-in. If you've already got a buyer alert on your business page, you can do one called, say, the 7 things you must know about your area. So to be, say, the 7 things you must know about buying or selling in your suburb. Make it specific to your area. And I'd include this as your buyer alert and enticement. Is your website mobile friendly? Google will punish you with poor results if your website's not mobile friendly. Do you use your iPad or tablet in your presentation? Show potential vendors your website. Show them your database. You can also use your device at open houses to add on subscribers to your database. Do you use text messages to communicate with your clients? You can send buyers a text to say that a property is in their price range and it's been listed. Do you have a blog? Google loves fresh, relevant content. Do you use podcasts? It's an option, not something you would do before the previous main things, but it is an option. Are you using social media to drive traffic to your website? We'll talk about that another day. So really, the websites you can see is your foundation for everything. It's where everything points back to. Everything else has got to point back to your call to action and your credibility and your authority, and everything is there. And if you do it right, you're going to build on it, every day, every week, every month, every year. And by the end of it, you are going to have an amazing online resume. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed our ideas on how to hack your real estate career. You can find more information about us at dominatetheinternet.com.au, and please join us at our Facebook page at Social Media Real Estate with Lisa B. And thanks very much for listening. We'll see you next week.